Welcome to the Art of Moving Boxes. In this series, we're going to talk about the real reasons warehouse implementations fail. Not the polished version, not the project plan version, but what actually shows up inside the operation. These lessons come from real warehouse work, real WMS implementations, and real leadership pressure on the floor. Let's get into it and see why. In the world of supply chain, we often say the warehouse never lies. But to keep that truth in an omni-channel world, you need a single source of order intelligence. One truth that spans every channel. Today, we're going deep on one of the most critical yet misunderstood pieces of the modern supply chain tech stack, the Order Management System, or OMS. It's the engine behind the promise. Simply put, an OMS is the brain of your commerce operation. It sits between where a customer buys your storefront and where that order is fulfilled, your warehouse or retail store. In the old days, you had one warehouse and one store. Today, you're selling on your site on Amazon, on eBay, and maybe even through social media. The complexity has exploded. Without an OMS, your inventory is locked in silos. You might show stock online that actually belongs to a wholesale order sitting on the dock. That leads to overselling and unhappy customers. The OMS breaks those silos. It aggregates every order and every piece of inventory into one single unified view. It's the conductor of your operational orchestra. This leads to what we call order orchestration. It's the logic that decides exactly how, when, and from where an order should ship to maximize speed and minimize cost. If a customer in New York orders a pair of boots, the OMS knows that it's more efficient to ship from the New Jersey hub, the store in Manhattan, or a 3PL in Pennsylvania. But it's not just about routing, it's about global inventory visibility. This is the absolute foundation of modern save-the-sale strategies like BOPIs or ship from store. By seeing inventory across every node, your warehouses, your 3PLs, and your retail stores, you can fulfill an online order from a store shelf 3 miles from the customer. This requires real-time accuracy. If your WMS and OMS aren't talking in sync, and you're promising customers products you don't actually have, that's a fast way to lose brand trust. That brings up a common question. What's the difference between a WMS and an OMS? People get these mixed up all the time, but they serve very different masters. The WMS, the Warehouse Management System, is about the how inside the four walls. It manages puts, picks, cycles, labor, and equipment. It's focused on internal efficiency. The OMS is about the where and the when across the entire network. It's focused on the customer's order lifecycle from the moment they click buy to the final delivery. Think of it this way. The WMS executes the move, but the OMS directs the flow. A great warehouse operation is only as good as the instructions it receives from the brain. We also need to talk about DOM, Distributed Order Management. This is the advanced logic within an OMS that handles split shipments and inventory balancing across regions. Consider pre-orders, back orders, or complex kitting. These aren't just inventory moves, they are complex order states that the OMS manages to ensure the customer knows exactly what's happening. When an order is delayed, the OMS triggers a communication. It keeps the customer in the loop automatically, reducing "where is my order" calls to your support team. And let's talk about returns. An OMS is the backbone of reverse logistics. It manages the return authorization, the customer credit, and the re-entry of that stock into inventory. Modern order management is a massive profitability lever. By optimizing routing and reducing split shipments, you are directly lowering your cost per order and protecting your margins. If you're planning to scale from 10,000 orders to 1 million, you cannot do it on spreadsheets or basic ERP modules. You need a dedicated, robust OMS to handle the load. Think about the stress of Black Friday, thousands of orders hitting every minute. A robust OMS handles that surge without crashing your front end or overwhelming your WMS. An OMS also enables global expansion. Managing different currencies, tax rules, and international carriers becomes a centralized process rather than a localized nightmare. So, how do you pick the right one? Don't just look at a feature list. Look at how it integrates with your existing warehouse reality. The best tech in the world is useless if it's isolated. Integration is where these projects fail. If the OMS doesn't talk seamlessly to your shipping carriers, your POS, and your WMS, you're just creating more friction. Remember, the ultimate goal is a seamless flow from the first click to the final doorstep. Any friction in that flow costs you money, time, and your reputation. At the end of the day, the customer doesn't care about your back-end systems. They care that they got exactly what they ordered on time with zero excuses. That's what an OMS delivers. That positive delivery experience is the direct result of the invisible, complex work the OMS is doing behind the scenes every single second of the day. Trust is built in the fulfillment stage. When you get it right consistently, you turn a one-time buyer into a loyal brand advocate. Fulfillment is the final act of marketing. An OMS isn't just software. It's the strategic foundation for how you fulfill your brand promise in an increasingly complex global marketplace. It's the brain of your business. Get the brain right, and the body your warehouse operations will follow. Stay grounded, stay focused, and keep moving those boxes. Operations is where the truth lives. Thanks for joining me today. Mastering your tech stack is the first step to mastering the art of moving boxes. I'll see you in the next deep dive session. Thank you for watching. If you found this content useful, interesting, or engaging, please subscribe to the Art of Moving Boxes YouTube channel below. And make sure to join the Art of Moving Boxes LinkedIn group on LinkedIn. That is where we continue the conversation around real warehouse operations, WMS implementations, supply chain execution, and leadership lessons from the floor. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe below, join us on LinkedIn, and I'll see you in the next video.